trying to navigate these. They're making new sidewalks. I feel like I've got 100 stories to tell, you know? Does anybody feel like that? Like you got 100 things to say? You know how much money you can spend on counseling and all sorts of different modalities and supplements and natural doctors and naturopaths and, you know, iridology and this, that, the other thing, if you're being long-term misdiagnosed. You know how many thousands of dollars I have paid through the years? You know how many thousands of dollars I have paid in the past 4 decades trying to get help because nobody could diagnose the sleep apnea or my airway issue? How many thousands of dollars? You can lose everything being misdiagnosed. I spent thousands and thousands. You know how much you can spend on therapy and different modalities if medications are harming you? Thousands and thousands. Being told that you're not sleeping, or you know, your issues that are being caused by medication, like sleepwalking, like sleep eating, being told that your issues are being caused by anxiety or trauma, and it's being caused by medication and medical misdiagnosis of a physical issue. Literally, you can be destroyed, and that's what's happened to me. And you could be sitting there with the best psychologist in town when your medical issues are being misdiagnosed and you're pumping money into them. You're pumping $125 an hour, $200 an hour for years, or paying for counseling, or paying hundreds a month for supplements, paying for, you know, iridology and this, that, the other thing, paying for a dietitian, paying for this, that, the other thing, when everything's being misdiagnosed. But they'll gladly take your money. You know how many people, like I'm considering whether or not to write letters to not to those modalities, but to write a letter to all the doctors that were involved in misdiagnosing me for decades, to make people aware, to make these doctors aware. But even these psychologists, right? These are highly trained people. Thousands and thousands. I don't even know how much money I've spent. And it was all came down to being misdiagnosed. And sure, I have PTSD. That's got nothing to do with severe sleep apnea and having airway issues and the sleepwalking and sleep eating that was caused by medication, and the years of severe constipation caused by medication, and the hernias that were caused by medication, and here I am after all is said and done. And it was me who had to figure everything out. None of these doctors figured any of this out. I had to figure all of it out by myself. I had to figure out all the medical issues. And the way I did that was becoming unmedicated, getting my brain back, researching, reading, talking to tons of people, researching across YouTube, Facebook, Google, talking to tons of people. I'm ready to collapse. I'm literally ready to collapse. What a journey I have been through. And then they refuse to care because they're ticked off about the truth, right? They can't emotionally handle hearing the truth about what they or their colleagues have done. So they refuse to care. And they'll say it was because they'll make up stories why they're refusing to care. Like you raised your voice, like you were yelling and screaming when you weren't, when you can prove that you weren't. Oh, I really want to go for a long walk, but I'm just too sick and tired. Look at this creepy thing here. Look at this creepy here. That's pretty creepy, hey? What does this say? Danger. Enter at your own risk. Body parts. Keep out. Condemned. I should put that on my house.